plaintiff, Desiree Wood, dated the defendant, and Desiree says after their third child was born, the defendant became physically abusive. Desiree claims the defendant was arrested 2 times for domestic violence while they were together, and she's suing him today for unpaid child support. Defendant Jeff Howell insists he was never abusive with Desiree, and the problems in their relationship stem from the fact that Desiree was a violent and argumentative drinker who also smoked pot. Jeff insists Desiree filed for child support when he was in a coma.
Start with you.
I met Jeff in 1998. We dated for about 10 years. In 99, we had a set of twins, a boy and a girl. And then in 2003, we had a son, another son. Jeff was verbally abusive throughout our relationship till after when we had our 12-year-old, our youngest son, he was 12 now, he became physically abusive. In November of 2008, I had Jeff arrested for domestic violence.
Was he convicted?
Yes, of domestic violence.
No, sir, I was convicted of disorderly conduct. She was keeping me from leaving the house. I nudged her out the way to leave, to keep this from happening, you know.
Did you tell that judge that?
Yes, she was there with me in the courtroom.
What did that judge do?
The judge agreed with me that
he would dismissed it.
They give me disorderly conduct.
Well, he didn't agree.
Well, he said he agreed with my actions, but give me disorderly conduct.
No, he didn't.
Okay, well, either way it goes, sir. This is
No, it's not either way it goes. It goes one way. You were convicted, and the judge sentenced you.
Yes, I got sentenced.
There you go. All right, what else you want me to know?
Okay, I was ignorant. I took him back. July of 2009, he was arrested again for domestic violence. We had went out.
What happened with that one?
Okay, it wasn't domestic violence.
We were out at the bar. Disorderly conduct.
It was not. I never got convicted of anything.
Menacing.
Disturbing nothing.
Peace. What were you accused of?
I was accused of domestic violence because she was belligerently drunk and didn't know where she was.
You were arrested for it that time?
Yes, sir. I was arrested the next day.
And how did that work out?
The case was dismissed.
Okay, by the judge?
By the judge.
By the prosecutor?
I think it was the judge or the prosecutor. I don't know. I went to court, and all they know is they let me go. No charges.
Prosecutor.
Okay.
Prosecutor dismissed it?
Yes. I did have him arrested. Well, he was arrested in July. What happened was we were out drinking. Like you said, that was true.
You're referring to the 09 incident now?
Yes. We were out drinking. We were driving. We got into it. I don't remember anything that happened after that.
But then how you going to get the man arrested if you were drunk and didn't remember what was happening?
Your Honor.
The cops, the ambulances were called. They found me on the side of the road unconscious.
If you'd have told me that.
Your Honor, she scratched my face up.
We were drinking, Your Honor, and I don't know what happened after that.
Well, I
don't call the police on the man.
She scratched my face up. I made her get out of my car on the highway.
All I know is in a hospital. Witnesses called, seen him beat me on the side of the road. The ambulance came and picked me up on the highway.
So why do you think the prosecutor dismissed it?
When I went in front of the prosecutor, he asked me to explain what happened. I didn't remember. I was unconscious when they caught me, and I had been drinking. I did not remember what happened.
Did you tell the prosecutor all the things you're telling me? That the witnesses saw me. I was in the hospital. You don't have to remember all that. You can tell them, I don't remember. Just because a person doesn't remember being the victim of a crime, particularly if they're knocked unconscious. So let's move on.
The witnesses didn't come forward.
Anything else, ma'am?
I did not. After that incident of the 2009, I did not take him back. I wanted him to stay in the kids' life, but I did not want him in mine.
All right, let me allow him to give some background, then we'll get back to the children.
What happened is she claims that I'm very abusive. This has been my fiance she's been together for 6 years. I'm not abusive to her. She doesn't drink, she doesn't smoke weed. This isn't a problem. Her problem is, sir, when she liked to go out and get drunk, come home drunk, and that's what, started all of our problems. I'm not abusive. It's just a matter of fact. I never did anything to her except make her get out of my car in July of 2009. That's not a crime. That's why I was not convicted. That's why they threw it out. I didn't do anything.
All right.
I had scratches up and down my face from here.
You called me 2 days before I went to the prosecutor and asked me to tell him I don't remember because you're ready to get out of prison, out of jail.
Okay, that's enough, man. We're done with that. We do know that they threw it out, and we do know you were too drunk to be conscious of what happened. Go ahead.
I've got scars on my body from her.
Enough.
Okay.
Go ahead. What else you want me to know about your relationship with her? You weren't abusive. You were not violent.
It was just.
She smoked weed and drank excessively?
Excessively.
And you just sat there and watched?
We've argued over.
What would you do?
Oh, we argued about it.
Oh, you wouldn't do anything?
We'd have verbal arguments about it. There was a time I paid the electric bill.
You didn't take the weed from her?
No, there was a time I paid the electric bill, and because I didn't buy a bag of weed, we argued over electric bill.
So you used to buy the weed?
Huh, no.
Yep.
We had money together as a joint. She bought the weed. I didn't smoke weed.
You said because I didn't buy the
Well,
weed,
what I'm
she
saying is
got mad.
because it went to the bill and not to a bag of weed, there was a problem.
Let me hear from you, ma'am.
Well, anyways,
about
in
the
July
child
of 2010, I filed for child support. I have statements here from his kids that I'd like for you to read.
First, tell me about the
I filed for child support in 2010, July of 2010. I've received one payment from him since then in the amount of $2,857.
What did they order? How much per month?
$311 per month.
And since then, he's only given you $300?
One payment.
Your Honor.
It was a
About much?
payment of $2,857.
When
Your
was
Honor.
that? Wait,
It
sir.
was December 30th of 2014. I had Jeff arrested for domestic violence.
Was he convicted?
Yes, of domestic violence.
No, sir, I was convicted of disorderly conduct. She was keeping me from leaving the house. I nudged her out the way to leave.
You tell that judge that?
Well, he said he agreed with my actions, but give me disorderly
No, he
conduct.
didn't.
Okay, well, either way it goes, sir. This is
No,
what
it's
what
not
happened.
either way it goes. It goes one way. You were convicted and the
Okay.
judge sentenced you.
Plaintiff Desiree Wood dated the defendant, and they have 3 children. And she claims she had him arrested 2 times for physically abusing her.
What did you want to tell me about the children?
He has not spoken to his kids, and I couldn't tell you how long. He hasn't seen his 16-year-old
Guess.
son 6 months. He hasn't seen his 16-year-old son in 4 years. His other 2 children, he sent them in December of 2014. He does not call. He don't speak to them on their birthdays. He don't send them Christmas presents. Anytime he sends them messages on Facebook, it's all about me, how I'm a bad mom and how I do this wrong and how I do that wrong. He does nothing.
Okay,
Judge.
what letters do you want me to read?
These are letters from his kids to him,
All right.
to you for him. And I have my 16-year-old son here
Dear
with me.
Judge Mathis, my mother has turned me against my father and has told me to write these things about him so that he can look
That sounds
like
about
a
right.
bad guy when he's really a good guy.
That sounds about right, Your Honor.
His girlfriend talks crap about my mom. There we go. On Facebook. And he does nothing about it. What do you have those kids reading stuff about what you all are going back and
Sir,
forth with
it's
on
not,
Facebook?
they're not reading it from me. She is friends with my kids on Facebook, and so they see the things that she posts.
Can I speak?
Yeah, stand up.
She only keeps her kids on her Facebook page so she can snoop.
I have actually asked my
Also-
kids.
But don't they have to be your friend? Can't
I
you
have
not-
actually asked my
can
kids to
remove them.
block
Can't you
her.
unfriend them?
Yes, she can.
Well, yeah, then that's up to you, ma'am. You could unfriend them. What you keeping her kids in your business for? They say you always say you don't have the number. He says he lost our number. Every time he says that, we give it to him.
And I
And
called.
every time we give it to him, he says he lost it again.
No, Your Honor, I called.
Last
She has her
time he
numbers
called, he
changed. She
talked
has
to
her
me
I've
phones
had
for
this
turned
2
off.
years
for
ago.
4 years.
Yeah, she has her phones turned off. She does everything. I've even got messages where she states they won't have their phones back
Nobody
on.
turning their phone off just because of you.
No, they don't.
No, they
If you
still
don't
pay
Paid
call,
your
so there's
child
no
support.
point.
That's why the phone goes off.
That's
You haven't
probably
changed
right.
your child support.
You're probably right because she didn't get $1, so it's the problem. What happened is in 2009, in November, I became ill. I was in the hospital. I actually have photos for where I was in a coma. I have.
What happened to you?
I had swine flu, which caused me to go septic, and every organ in my body failed. I had a 10% chance of living. Okay, I was in a coma for a solid month. I had to do rehab for a month just to be able to move around a little bit. I've had multiple surgeries. I've had 50% of my lower bowel removed. I've got an issue called DVT, which is deep vein thrombosis. I've got 33 blood clots in my legs. I'm in the process of filing for disability.
When did that happen, sir?
This happened in 2009.
For child support.
When she filed for child support. She didn't file until I was in the hospital.
I filed for
Hold
child
on,
support
ma'am.
July 2010,
Would you
sir.
please be quiet?
Yes, sir.
09.
09. I got pictures,
And you're
like
in
I
the
said.
process
Well,
in
it's,
2016.
it's went, that's the court
May I
system, not
say
me, sir.
something?
What happened is I was denied the first one.
Right.
Okay, which that's common. It happens to everybody.
Correct.
I went through the process of the first appeal, which
Appeals.
is the state level appeal. They agreed, the advocate for disability agreed that I was disabled. The judge, however, denied my claim based on my age. It's a federal appeal,
Let's
sir.
see it, sir.
I don't have it with me.
I know you don't.
Okay, well,
It's not my first time doing
right,
this,
but
sir.
that's fine.
All right, and the child support, sir, is because of your disability. You think you don't have to pay because of that?
Well, the Montgomery County Child Enforcement Agency actually explained to me that while my process of a claim was going through, that it was on hold. It's still in the appeal case for federal level. It's under appeal.
All right, so you have the modification then.
I don't have that with me. I have an actual paper stating from a website that states that's what they do.
Oh, you got something on the website. Let's see, off the web.
It's stating that they adjust it and modify it.
Nothing
stuff
for
like that.
you, just
No,
something
nothing.
off the web. Answer. All right, I am out of work due to medical condition and can no longer make my child support payments. What can I do? Typically, proof of application for disability benefits or a letter from the attorney, neither of which you have today.
Right, but it was served to child support.
You don't have proof of application of disability benefits, nor do you have a letter from an attorney to forestall the legal action against you. That's what you need, sir.
Correct.
I hope you read that part.
Correct. I did read
Next,
it.
you should seek a modification of your child support obligation. Have you done that?
I've talked to the Child Support Enforcement
What did
Agency.
they tell you?
They told me just to mail them a copy of my hospital
And you
paperwork.
told them you don't have it.
I mailed it to them.
When? In 2009?
No,
Because
that
that's
was
how far
actually-
you go back.
That's actually in 2011 when I mailed it to them.
And what did they tell you?
I haven't heard anything else from
Oh,
them.
yes, you have. From the Child Support Services of Ohio.
He was arrested again for domestic violence. We had
Hold
went
on.
out.
What happened with that one?
Okay, it wasn't domestic violence.
What
we
was
were
it?
out. We were out at the
Disorderly
bar.
conduct.
It was not. I never got convicted of anything.
Menacing.
Nothing.
What were you accused of?
I was accused of domestic violence because she was belligerently drunk and
Were
didn't
you
know where
ever
she was.
arrested for it that
Yes,
time?
sir.
Plaintiff Desiree Wood dated the defendant, and they have 3 children. And she claims she had him arrested 2 times for physically abusing her.
Sir, you owe $18,976. We will give you credit for the one payment you've made of $2,857 in 2014. But as of April of 16, sir, you have an unpaid balance of $16,000.
I understand that, and I understand that, but I haven't heard from them. Where did that come from? I didn't get that. That's what I'm telling you. How do you get this information if it wasn't served to me, sir?
It's called call child support.
It's called I have. How
Pay
do you
your
think-
child support.
How do you think you got the $2,000
Sir.
payment?
Sir, you owe $16,000.
You're correct.
You need to be arrested and jailed. Today I can grant you $5,000, but you need to ask them to lock him up.
I've
'cause
had,
he's coming
Judge.
with
I
all
have
these
over and
excuses.
over
Have a
again.
good day.
Thank you. Hey, it's all good. It's the same thing that's gonna happen before. She's gonna stop me from talking to him and seeing him, like she just deleted my
I
son
have
off the game.
never stopped
Yes,
you
you have.
from
She
talking
has.
to your kids.
But anyway,
Yeah.
I'm gonna keep trying to
Never,
contact
ever,
them. I'm gonna keep
never.
doing what I do. When she calls me for school supplies and shoes and everything,
You ain't gonna get it like you never have.
if it ain't what you want, you don't like it, just shut.
You
Just
don't
hush.
buy them nothing. When's the
I
last
didn't.
time you bought them something?
The last time you took the shoes back
Quite
because it
a
wasn't what you
bit
wanted.
Since I've been with
I
him.
didn't take their shoes back.